All right. It's been a while. Been a few days. Been 4 days, right? Right? This will be a commiseration vlog. I'm going to commiserate your losses, your missed wins, your missed chance at retirement, right? In 1 second, if I do this, think like this. Still relatively new here. Might stop the video here. No, it didn't stop it. Okay, perfect. There we go. Let me just test it. Test the camera. Okay. So, wanted to get out because haven't been out in I guess 3-4 days since Saturday. Today is Wednesday night. In 17 minutes it'll be midnight. So for the record, this is your crypto vlog for May 3rd, 2023. I guess tomorrow is Yoda coin. May the 4th be with you. Interesting, a lot of people are gonna ape it. Is it gonna go up to something? Maybe. You might be able to pull $100 from the airdrop, 10,000 retweets. Why not? It's gonna be an interesting coin. So I wonder how many people are gonna get that airdrop. Is it worth farming? It might be. Usually I say if it's overhyped, if it has over 1,000 retweets, I won't even bother with it. But some of those high retweet coins, new coins, new memes are gonna be successful. So it's something to watch for, right? Let me get my light out here because I'm walking in the dark. A small cut on my baby toe on the opposite foot. Here's my, for the record, here's, that rocks? I almost stepped in poop. Right in poop when I shine my light on it. Is that crazy? So here's a rattlesnake bite. It's still swollen, you can't really tell. This foot is a lot puffier than the other foot, but it doesn't hurt as much. It was just the top of my foot and the ankle that really hurt initially. That was a close poop step, right as I saw on the way back. So I did leave my shovel by the waterfall, so I'll have to go get that anyway. So there's a small cut here. Not sure if you can see it. There. Probably couldn't flip. Just from stepping on these rocks, sometimes I do get cuts. So usually I put socks on, but it's not that bad. And it was a couple days ago. So, still recording? So we are. So Pep, Yoda coin, that's gonna be interesting. A lot of people are gonna ape that. So maybe you'll make a few $100. No, I don't think it'll go over $100 for the airdrop. But that was something you could have farmed. Maybe do 100 Twitters for 10,000. If it hits 10, it's more likely to be like a $50 airdrop. We'll see. Unless they don't pick everyone. If they only draw like 1,000 out of the 10,000 retweets, then it might be a $500 airdrop. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. 4 days without a vlog. I mean, how can I not talk about a lot of stuff? Why am I even talking if I can't talk about a lot of stuff over 4 days? Freaking A. Here's my view. I don't know if I should wipe off the camera, if it even matters at this point. So it did start raining as I checked the weather report. First, Chingon from Tick. Special shout out to Tick and Chingon. He said that it's raining out. How do you know I was in the city? In LA. And I checked and said, it's not going to rain until 3 a.m. 90% chance of rain at 3 a.m., 30% chance at 2 a.m. It's a quarter to midnight here, 11:30 when I left. I got a chance. I'm not going to get caught in the rain. Of course, the odds, the 20% odds skyrocketed. The closer it gets to the event, the odds go up. So it's raining. It's going to rain for the next 4 hours, but I'm out here anyway. So here I am. It's nice we get a little May showers. They say April showers bring May flowers, but here I am in May showers, okay? Are May showers going to bring June flowers? No, we're going to be dead by June. This is really overgrown, huh? I wonder if my camera's getting wet at all. Let me see. Probably not. No. Looking good. Maybe just do a quick, a little moth. How are you? How are you? Little bug. Maybe not a moth, some sort of flying insect. Yeah, here's the puddles, so it is definitely raining. Oh, sorry about that, boo-boos. We got my little buddies. Yes, don't want to lose them. It's a lot calmer at night, right? The day is cool. Some people like the day, but you can get killed in the day or night. Doesn't really matter, right? I guess more people die in the day. You would think more people die at night because they can't see what danger they're going to run into, but no. Just because probability you're more active in the day, so you're more likely to die in the day, right? Because you're sleeping for half the night, generally. What else do we got here? Talking about crypto. We got to talk about crypto. Everyone always talks about crypto. Oh, and a special shout out. Ali wanted me to shout out. We're making $250,000 on Pepe Coin. Congrats to Ali from 2K to $250,000. Boom, boom, boom. I think he peaked at 350,000. Not too shabby. Then he cashed out at 250K. Not bad, not bad. Good cash out. I don't know if he actually cashed out or sold 10%. He sells 10%, and then he says he sold the bottom. Just Liberty pooping on the outside. Oh no, did I? Am I still clear? Yeah, I think it's clear. Am I clear? Yeah, as long as the phone's clear. I was looking at the background. The background wasn't really clear. That's just because it's dark. Okay, so on to the next subject. I gotta talk about SWE, right? SWE Guardian. I don't know what SWE means. SWE Network. They got an EVM going, a few meme coins going on SWE. The liquidity is 4K, right? Market cap of SWE Dog. That launched like an hour after SWE launched. SWE did launch 5 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Europe. That would be midnight in Australia, right? A little earlier in China, 7 p.m. and around 9 or 10 p.m. in like Japan, Korea, Singapore, Indonesia. So we did have the big SWE launch. So it actually opened at 199 a wick on Bybit. It opened on all exchanges at the same time. Bybit, OKX, Gate, KuCoin, Maxi, Binance, of course. Binance actually accidentally put their listing time 15 minutes after the open, and then they said we're moving it up. They had another announcement. I'm like, well, that's odd to make it 15 minutes later than the other exchanges. So Bybit wicked actually to 91 cents, I think, maybe 92, I think 91. Don't remember. But why did Bybit wick the lowest? Because Bybit had 2/3 of the available allocations. The $45 Discord accounts, 2/3 went to Bybit. I think like 96 million out of the 200 million, or maybe a little more. I know at least the $45 Discords, the 1,500 SWE, 2/3 of those were Bybit. So if you were doing KYC operations, you had to get in the Bybit one for the safest way to play it, because there wasn't enough time to do all three. Some people did, but they paid a premium. Anyway, so that was how I missed 6 figures on the SWE $45 allocations. I did talk about it 2 weeks ago. People weren't paying attention. And obviously I didn't want to make a huge thread about it, because for a $45 airdrop to peak at like $2,000, $45 allocation with operational costs $100, maybe $200 if you overpaid a little bit, but to make $2,000, oh, and a 50% win rate. Ooh, horse poop. Yes, it was a solid 1,000% return on investment, right? I should say 900, but we'll do some rounding. 1,000% ROI, which is great in this market. In any market, 1,000% is fantastic. Of course, people are having meme coins and doing 10,000x. 100x, 10,000%, but you get what you paid for. And basically, he barely paid anything. He bought Nigerian KYCs. Hey, it happens. You didn't get them, right? I heard Nigeria was rife with scams of people who didn't get their SWE Discord or allocations. So, not the bad math in Nigeria. I feel bad. I know I have some Nigerian viewers, but I'm just playing. There's a lot of scammers from all countries. Russia too. People say Russian full of scammers. Russia's probably the number one scam country, just because there's not a lot of domestic labor opportunities, job openings, so they go online, you get scammed by Russia. Basically any country, but Russia, has a population of 130 million people or so. So a decent population to get scammed. India technically would be number one scam, but China too, but China needs a VPN. They don't really allow their people on. But India, I guess, would be the country with the number one scammers, right? That's where the term Jeet came from, as in Pajit. So if you got cheated, it was an Indian dev, right? And it was funny, one of the Binance doxed a dev, or one of the exchanges doxed one of the devs in 2020 or 2021 for wrecking a project, and he turned out to be Indian, and then they're like, oh my god, I can't believe the dev was actually Indian. We just thought it was a meme to say people got cheated, but actually India was 1/7, 1/6 of the world population, so of course you're gonna have a high number of projects rug out of India with Indian devs. China too, I think they did pass India, right? But at 1.4 billion people. But yeah, with China can only access these sites through VPN, like Telegram. I think Weibo and other Chinese, I forgot the Chinese Reddit and other sites. WeChat, you don't need VPNs to use those. So, but like Facebook, you need a VPN. Google, you need a VPN in China. I think you can use Netflix though without VPN. They have some sort of agreement with the Chinese government. Okay, so that's why Sui wicked to 91 cents, the lowest on Bybit. So the play was to buy there, and then it ended up bouncing to 149, 150. So a solid 60% bump, right? Bump like that. So that was a quick little scalp. Now I got to move on to SPA, which was my play. So SPA ended up peaking at 1.57 cents on KuCoin, so 0.0157 if you were looking at the numbers on your screen. But KuCoin was actually the peak. No, it wasn't, because we had Coinbase trading opened, and we actually had a dump on KuCoin. KuCoin was going down because not everyone can use Coinbase, only US customers and people not from New York and I think 5 other states. So very limited to certain parts of the world. Shoot, I just soaked my phone walking through that wet tree. Might have to clear it up a little. I'm not sure if the lens was but let me just clear it up really quickly. It's nice. The rain's not really bothering me today, so I'm distracted by my $1 million loss, which we'll get to in a second. Okay, so that sucks. My arm's being recorded in the shot. If I go up here, is it? I don't want to hold it there, but whatever. Can I make this brighter? I think it's at maximum brightness. Yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, SPA peaked, and then on Coinbase it peaked at 17.71 cents. Oh, sorry, 1.771 cents. So about peak was about 15% higher or so. I guess 13% higher. But what do I want to say about that? There's not a ton of liquidity there. You would have had to have limit orders stacked if you had like 50,000 or 100,000 in SPA like I did. I actually had 200,000 in SPA at that price, but I screwed up, man. I couldn't set my limit orders fast enough. I was sort of holding. I thought I would dump the price by setting too many limit orders. I would rather have the price move up by buy walls and FOMO buyers and market makers, but again, I didn't set limit orders. Actually, my SPA wasn't even sent to Coinbase because I figured I just hold for a couple hours waiting for the pump. I didn't think the pump would last 10 minutes and then peak, then dump. So stupidly, I didn't even send my SPA, and I actually sent test SPA. I should have sent the whole amount of SPA. Why was I freaking testing. I tested it yesterday, but I'm like, oh, I gotta be super secure since I accidentally sent 5,000 to that scammer. Let me test another 1,000 or $10 worth of spa, or $15 worth of spa. So that cost me, I don't know how much, not setting limit orders. But even if I had my spa, I don't know if I would have set limit orders, because it happened so fast, the pump and dump. So unfortunately I couldn't get out, and then I wanted to arb it, so I do actually sell a portion if I think it's going to keep pumping, but now I know it never keeps pumping. But we had some luck with Dymo, because I explained it was illiquid on Polygon, plus you had to wait an hour and a half for the bridge funds, versus Arbitrum when you send from KuCoin or Gate to Coinbase or Arbitrum Dex, you only have to wait like 8 minutes or whatever for the confirmations to come in. So definitely much faster than the Dymo play. So that caused the pump to peak much sooner. Plus more people accumulated. It was much more liquid. So all the recipe for a fast dump, kind of like shipping was, except we were up 10x on shipping versus 2x. Some people ended up going up 3x, but very few people sold at 3x on SPA. So that was the Coinbase play. So the peak was what, 25 million? Very, very small market cap peak, but that's what happens when so many people accumulate and Coinbase doesn't have the liquidity. They don't have the buyers anymore. So it's just not the market. Like, why would you still be buying on Coinbase after the hundreds of rugs? Every listing dumps. Why would you buy the listing on the dump? That's why we don't see buyers on Binance anymore pumping up these coins, even though the market cap of Binance coins are like 100, 200, 400 million, whatever. Sometimes they just don't pump. They don't continue to pump. The only thing that pumps in terms of new listings are the launch pads like EDU. We saw a nice pump on that, and Hook was a memeable pump for a while. So the play was to pump the previous launch pad. So like Radiant pumped, ID pumped, that had the nice 2.5x pump or something from like 35 cents to $1, or that would be 3x. But all these coins, maybe 44 cents, I don't know. Yeah, I think 44 cents to $1 or something. So all these launchpad coins, they just pump because that's the meme. And you have buyers. But again, on the new coins, people just stopped doing it. It used to be a play in 2018, 2017. You could just buy the new Binance coin and ride it 5x, 10x, whatever. You can't do that like Bread and what was that, Music Coin, Vib or Vibe? I have no idea. At one point they had both listed, I think. Vibrate and Vib. Viber, I don't know. Tonight actually we had Ergo, AERGO, USDT pair listed. Why is that significant? Because they only had a BUSD pair previously, and it got sent 30%, which is nice, maybe 35% from about 12.2 cents, 0.122, all the way to 0.165 or so. So very nice pump there. And a lot of people's, their bots aren't programmed to buy with high slippage on those. Like Karen only has a few percent slippage, so he only got filled for 50K on various exchanges. So anyway, not the best bottable event, but it was bottable if your slippage was high enough and you were prepared. So there are still bottable events. Speaking of news, more news. Curve, USD, Naughty, Crypto Naughty was the first account to tweet about it. If you knew, you probably didn't know, but Crypto Naughty was monitoring the Curve deployer wallets, the Viper contract, and it came in at 12:04:35 Pacific time, 3:04:35. The confirmation Eastern time, and that would be 9:04:35 p.m. European time, which would be around 7:04:35 in Australia and like 2:04:35 in China, and somewhere in the middle around 4 a.m. in Asia, Japan, Singapore, Korea. Sorry if I group everyone together, but Indonesia. It's just Philippines. That's just what I'm doing. Can't do every time zone, right? I can do it at random, but I stick to Eastern, Pacific, and European usually, sometimes Australian. I've been doing that lately. So Curve got sent from about 91 cents. Congrats to Hyuk. He was in a group with a pushover. Not going to say it, but yes, Evil Eye Dow did have a pushover for Curve USD. And I had some issues on Gate. The limit on Gate was there's limits with every pair. I didn't realize that because I'm just getting into news trading really. Because my notification system was all whack, but now I have notifications and pushovers. Pushovers are super great. Get in a group with a bunch of news traders. I think the Vulture Trades is in a pushover group. And I don't know if Rebirth Dow still has pushovers. Anyway, a bunch of groups. Oh, Mad News, Tree Capital actually has pushovers now for other events. They didn't push this over. So Zoomer was the first to tweet about it, first to push it over. Oh, sorry, Crypto Naughty beat Zoomer. Zoomer was the first account that people actually noticed and followed. But anyway, Hyuk Trades was the first buy, I think, at 91 cents. It got sent to 97. Then it dipped to 92 and a half. And of course, I sold break even because I'm like, the news played out. I thought it was going to giga pump, but it didn't. And then it got sent to 98 cents. But actually, 2/3 of that pump was because of BTC. Only 1/3 of that pump, that bounce, was actually the Curve bounce. The UI isn't updated. It's not officially launched and usable, but the actual contract is up and ready to go according to the Curve developer, the Babe wallet. So I did leave my shovel here, and there it is. Beautiful, beautiful. Not a lot of people come hiking here. I don't know if they're crazy, if I'm crazy, if we're all crazy. Let's move on. Congrats to Hyuk Trades for making 14K on that. Oh, we got the falls coming back. Show you some tadpoles. I'm actually going to pick this up. I dropped it to show you the tadpoles last time. Look, it filled with a little water. Can you see it? Yeah, this is my shit shovel. I use it for picking up shit. Everyone's always like, why do you have a shovel? Well, I have all these dogs, 5 dogs now. At one point, I had 7 dogs. When I was dog sitting, I actually had 9 dogs. And on that night, I had 9 dogs. One of my dogs died in a tragic, tragic death. Anyway, this shovel is pretty wet. But fortunately, I'm not that wet. My hair's a little wet, can you tell? Probably. Okay, shout-outs. I don't know if I'll have time for shout-outs, but again, I'm going to shout out the 3 guys. I always see them in comment sections. Foundation, Sentinel, Bun Bun Fun, and Jamie. Thanks for commenting. Comfy got behind. He was depressed. He was losing. Special shout-out to Comfy. We're actually flipping SPA. SPA's actually back down to about 1 cent, 1.05 cents. So it did retrace around 40% from the Coinbase high. Here's your tads. They're sleeping tads, but they are growing up so fast, right? They grow up so damn fast. I want to close it out. I'll do comments in the next vlog. So talked about SPA. Oh yeah, Comfy. When he longed the top of FTT, he bought the news 22 minutes late. He was watching the Tree News feed, but he missed the first thing that FTT was gonna have, like a buy, or Sequoia Capital or some random capital group for 250 million. Obviously, a stupid news, but it didn't pump FTT. Hey, buddy. I know there's gonna be coyotes lurking. It's just the way we're outside. We're in the outdoors, man. Did pump FTT 20%, but he bought the Pico top at 236. Then he rotated in IDEX at like 92 cents because his strategy was, or 9.2 cents, just buy the biggest gainer. Like, that's his strategy. Buy the one that has the most momentum, the strongest coin. Sure, it does work if you can get out. So he gets in and out. But buying the top of news is not advisable. So he lost 10. He started with 10K. He's just been going all in. Why not 1x news play, spot buys? And then he was down to like 8K when he sold, or 7K when he sold FTT. And then IDEX, he lost another 2K, he's down 5K. And then Mob, he lost another $500 or whatever. So he's down to like 4,500, maybe 5,000-ish area. Because he bought the encrypted DM news. Elon's been trolling. I lost 7,000 on this stupid play. Stop with the Mob news and stop pumping anymore. Mobile coin is the only coin in Signal app, but it has nothing to do with the actual tech, the privacy encrypted DMs. So unless it's memeable, unless it's news, it's not moving. It doesn't move on news anymore. It did in February when he had all the crazy dumbass news. China news pumps, Hong Kong news, but now it's not moving. So you might be able to ride to juice like 10 or 20% on the news, but to see it go to $2 or $3 to 2x or 3x, I don't see it happening. Now it's sitting at 98 cents. It went as low as 95 cents. So that's mob. I do have to talk about the airdrop. It ruined me. I don't know if I'm going to talk about this vlog. So airdrops on Twitter became the new thing after the 5-figure peaking at $30,000 airdrop for WSB, Wall Street Bets, the famous group that pumped Doge before Elon Musk. I mean, Elon Musk was tweeting Doge, but it was Wall Street Bets front-running Elon Musk, Doge. They pumped Doge in January 2021. They pumped AMC. They pumped GME, also known as GameStop. The meme stock pumps of dead coins because the market was memeable, pumpable, and going parabolic on meme coins. When you saw this the last 2 or 3 weeks with Pepe, Wojak, WSB, of course, people made hundreds of thousands that didn't even get that airdrop. Special shout outs to some buddies of mine, followers, who made 5 figures on the airdrop. And one of them even went 2 for 2 wallets in on 2 Twitter accounts. Pretty good. I wanted to farm this. I wanted to make 7 figures. But my friend said, don't do it. Don't waste your time. And then I still wanted to do it. I asked another friend, Dirk, to help. He tried to do it, but he was struggling to buy accounts. So we didn't buy the accounts. And then I woke up and said, I'm going to do it myself. And then the little shadow of doubt crept in. Said, why waste your time on a small little drop for $100 times 100? Would have been 10,000, maybe $50, 5,000. You could just long a meme coin. You're up 50K on SPA anyway, 40K on SPA. Just forget about this. And guess what? It peaked at 30,000 each, and I could have got maybe 100 accounts in. I could have made $3 million at peak. I wouldn't have sold the peak, say. Let's round down to $1 million, $1.5 million. Insane. I would have made that much. But the shadow of doubt, because I always say, why are you broke? I talked about it in my July vlog, I think. One of my early summer vlogs. Why are you broke? Because you don't want it. You don't want to be rich. If you wanted to be rich, you would be rich. Every freaking moment of the day, you think about how to make money. What can I do? How hard can I work? Not what's on Netflix. What's on Disney Plus? What's on Hulu? What's on HBO Max? I think they got rid of HBO, now it's just Max. What's on Max? Or they're about to get rid of the HBO tag from the streaming app. What's on Roku and Fire TV? Amazon streaming, whatever. Like, these are what you think of. What can I order for dinner? DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Postmates. Like, this is what you know. How can I make money today? What can I do? How can I make money? Oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom. In the bathroom, I'm not going to play a mobile game on my phone, which I do, 2 dots. But how can I make money? Because if you want to be rich, you'd be rich already, or in the process of being rich, constantly stacking those sats, launching your own meme coins. A lot of people are trying to launch their own meme coins. Every single group I'm in, someone's trying to launch a meme coin. It's the late stage, okay? People don't want Bitcoin anymore. Unless stocks keep pumping. The FOMC, probably going to be the final rate hike, was today or yesterday morning, whatever, because it's over midnight. 25 BPS, the final hike. We're at the target rate of what, 5.25%. So what? Now what? Are they going to lower the rates? Maybe 5.35. I don't know what the federal funds rate is now. No, they're probably not going to lower it, but we'll get a pause. But is the market going to rally? I don't know. We are in a recession. Okay, it's not the Fed. Powell didn't say a recession, but I think last month, Fed chairman or federal, what do they call him? The chairman is the head, right? So federal, one of the guys of the New York seat, I think Bullock is in the New York Federal Reserve. He said, we're in a mini recession. That was the first time they used the recession term. Anyway, so at least Powell didn't use the word recession, but it looks like we'll get a pause. So Bitcoin did rally from 28.2K or 28.1K to 28.1K to 29.2 or 3. So there's that. And we might get an exit pump on SPA this weekend, but where's the bottom? Maybe 0.85 cents, and then we'll get a 2x pump or a 80% pump. That's it. I talked about a lot. you're not rich because you don't want enough. Just be positive. You don't need money after all. You're going to spend your whole life trying to get rich, trying to stack millions, 7, 8 figures, right? I don't know. Just enjoy your life. You got to find a happy medium and be positive. Be kind to others. Don't scam. Why do people say, hey, how come you've never scammed people? How come you give scammers a second chance? Because I believe everyone has good intentions until they see that money in their wallet. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Ooh, 30 minutes. Cool. And thanks to all my viewers. Look at all the Tads. A final Tad shot. Hello, Tads. Ooh, they're eating that algae right there in the middle. They're living off that algae. Oh, here's the waterfall. Final shot. The final shot of the little waterfall coming down here. There it is. Let's go, Zeusy. You ready to go home? Maybe eat dinner? Sometimes if I get home this late, I won't feed him dinner. If I'm in a big play, I won't feed him. I feed him at least 5 nights out of the week. I mean, it's healthy. They say all animals, at least in laboratory mice, the animals that fast, practice intermittent fasting for at least 24 hours, they live longer. So even humans for 8 hours or 12 hours, they live longer. Supposedly their cells regenerate. Anyway, see you guys later in the next vlog. Thanks for watching.